First story is titled, Am I the a-hole for refusing to financially support my in-laws until they show me some respect? I, 32 male, have been with my wife, 28 female, for 6 years, and we have 3 children, 6 male, 4 male, and 2 male. I have a speech impediment. It's nothing too serious. I don't stutter or anything like that, and people are definitely able to understand what I say. Since people suck, I was ridiculed because of it for basically my entire childhood by almost everyone I knew, including my parents. Of course, people still laugh at and ridicule me for my disability, but since I have gained confidence as I matured, I am less tolerant of it. One of the reasons I got contact with my parents and stand up for myself a lot more. My in-laws, like most people, enjoy making fun of and ridicule me for the way I sound. I have, of course, told them I am not comfortable with it, but they still do it. Eventually, I just started ignoring them or leaving the room whenever they do it. Recently, my dog, which I had for 5 years, passed away, so it's been a hard past few weeks for me, and I haven't had the best temper this week. Yesterday morning, my wife's parents came to my house to see our child. They were still sleeping when this happened. While we were having breakfast, they asked me if I could lend them some money since they have been having a difficult year. Obvious reasons why. And literally 30 seconds after they asked for money, my in-laws made a joke about my voice. At this point, I was at loss for words and simply told them to bug off and to learn some respect if they want money. All day, my wife has been begging me to reconsider, saying that what they said was just a harmless joke and that she is sorry if it offended me. Am I the a-hole? Now for the top comments. Not the a-hole. What they said was just a harmless joke, and yet it sure seems to have harmed their chances for getting a free loan. For their harmless joke, they can be harmless broke. For their harmless joke, they can be harmless broke. For being mean to our bloke and his disability they like to poke. Not the a-hole. Also, couldn't resist adding to the awesome rhyme. Not the a-hole. Donates however much they ask for to a charity that helps kids with speech issues, since they're so bothered by them. Oh, I like the suggestion, as long as Soapy could afford it. Your wife is the biggest a-hole in the story, and I am upset on your behalf. Absolutely not the a-hole, and stand your ground. Maybe suggest to your wife that she do some self-reflection, or get some therapy for her unacceptable behavior too. Yep, having the victim apologize to the jerk to make peace is a selfish thing of the wife to do. Not the a-hole. Now for the next story. Am I the a-hole for calling my boyfriend a hypocrite when he told me to stop spending so much time in my crocheting? Yes, I know this sounds ridiculous, but he's fuming with me at the moment and I can't get through to him. Okay, well, I crochet a lot. Like a lot. It's my hobby and it helps me deal with my really bad anxiety. My partner doesn't like that I do it so much. Just to set some background, I work full-time, and when I'm not working, I make sure to clean up our house, make some dinner, ensure the dog has had a walk, just general household upkeep, before I sit down on the sofa and crochet. When my boyfriend came up to me today and said that he's unhappy with how much time I spend crocheting, I'm not going to lie, I laughed a bit, and basically said you spend more time playing games in one day than I do crocheting in a week. He really did not like that answer. I told him that before I crochet, I ensure that all my household duties are done, that dinner is made, etc. My boyfriend works part-time from home, and when he's not working, he's playing games. Just getting him to clean the bathroom once a week is a task in itself. He's fuming with me now and saying I'm attacking him and asking if I just want him to stop doing what makes him happy. I said that's not the case at all. Then he said that I'm just angry with him because he gets to work from home. Also not the case. I work in a brain rehabilitation unit. I've always enjoyed my job. And obviously, it's not a career where I can just work from home. I called him a hypocrite with how he's trying to tell me off for doing something too much when he himself can't even get basic chores done. Now he's got the huff with me. And anytime I try to make conversation, he cusses me out. Lol. Am I the a-hole for calling him a hypocrite? Was asked to include this comment to why he came up to me in the first place about this. I probably should have mentioned his reasoning. The reason I mentioned the chores is because that's what he told me I should be doing more of. He said instead of spending time into crocheting, I could be using that time to do more impactful and useful things, Like I could be cleaning up more, or doing more laundry, or finding more fun dishes to make. I'm Polish and predominantly cook Polish food. He's never been very on board with that. Now for the top comments. Not a-hole. He has a lot more free time than you, but barely gets any house chores done. Spends more time on his hobby, and criticizes you for having something you enjoy that helps you cope with anxiety? Tell me, Opie, why are you with him? We've been together for a long time. He was my first boyfriend when I moved here to UK from Poland. He let me stay with him when I needed a place. I'm generally happy in this relationship. I don't at all mind cleaning and cooking as I am used to it, but there are just a few things that we disagree on, and this is one of them clearly. Not sure why my comment is being disliked. Apologies if I said something wrong. He should not be cursing you out. Ever. Seriously, that is a huge red flag, Opie. Do not ignore that, please. I've seen too many friends and family deal with crap like this. It just makes my blood boil. Not an a-hole, by the way. He's probably just worried because we all know crocheting is a gateway craft. You think you're going to make a blanket or two. Then it's a doily for every surface, and a cover for every appliance and tissue box. It's all fun and games until you both end up in a head-to-toe crocheted matching outfits. It's a slippery slope from hobby to addiction. Sarcasm, not an a-hole. That made me laugh. It's true. Holy smokes, throw the whole boyfriend away. He's gone bad. Anyone who told me I should be doing chores while he plays video games would be out on his butt so fast he'd think he was magicked out there. Why would you put up with someone like that? Not the a-hole. The next story is titled, Am I the a-hole for refusing to go to my brother-in-law's public apology? I, male 46, lost my wife 13 years ago in a car accident. I was the one driving, and I got out of the hospital with a severely injured knee. I had a dislocated shoulder, and my nose was broken, aside from the post-traumatic stress disorder that I'm still dealing with till today. I took care of our 2 kids alone after her family, specifically her brother, blamed me. And he told everyone saying it was my fault and lied about me being drunk that night. Everything was clear. I wasn't the one at fault, but still. Her brother isolated me and turned everyone to hate me. I was kicked out of the house and they allowed only the kids to come over. I didn't want my kids to hear what their uncle said about me, but I couldn't stop them from seeing the kids, especially after my brother-in-law said he'd get the law involved if I don't let the family see the kids. Years went by and I haven't got married again. I simply wanted to focus on my children and my own well-being. I was honest with my kids about their mother's death. We were in therapy together, and that's when the kids said that they believed their uncle when he told them it was my fault. This caused a huge argument between me and their uncle, and the kids ended up seeing a different therapist. I couldn't handle hearing my own kids repeating their uncle's lies. I went no contact with the family, but my kids, as they got older, they continued to visit. I respected that. My daughter 20 moved out and cut contact. My son 18 went to stay at a friend's place. My sister-in-law is the only one who supports me. She too thinks their uncle made them resent me. They don't want to see me, nor even visit. Despite showing, my daughter still believed her uncle and kept blaming me, and it's already been a year since I've seen my kids. It's devastating, and it's more than I can handle. Now, my brother-in-law has been sick for over a year. I've been told recently that he wants to publicly apologize to me in front of everyone for what he did in the past, but I refused. His sister talked to me about how he wants to mend a relationship, but I told her I'm not interested. Others started pressuring me, including my own family. They're arguing with me, calling me grudge holder and a bitter person. I just refused to continue to talk, but they're not dropping it. They said I needed to do it for my children, but I honestly don't think that it'll fix anything. I don't think his apology will make up for all the years of struggling, trying to fix what he ruined while dealing with my own issues. He always took pride in turning my own kids against me, so I don't know why he wants to apologize now. Not an a-hole. He destroyed your family with his lies. Tell them that when your children come to you and tell you that they know that their uncle lied and the accident was not your fault, then you will consider accepting an apology. And I only say consider because you can never get back the years that he stole from you, and you have every right to never speak to him again. The thing that you need to push back with on everyone pressuring you is that your children need to be explicitly told that they were lied to and have got their father out of their lives over that lie. Tell them that when your children come to you and tell you that they know that their uncle lied and the accident was not your fault, then you will consider accepting an apology. This is the best advice. You don't need his apology. You know the truth. He should apologize to your children and convince them. That is the only thing that does matter. Edit. Not an a-hole for obvious reasons. He wants your forgiveness before facing his creator. He wants a cheap atonement. You must not make it so easy for him at all. Not an a-hole. Let the brother-in-law apologize to the children that he used to destroy their relationship with their father. No deathbed mea culpas for brother-in-law. He destroyed your family, and now his conscience can keep him company with a continual reminder of just how awful his actions were. He's not dying, but he has health issues that are slowing him down. I don't know the reason or the purpose of his apology, and I don't even know what my children think about this. No one mentioned them, and my daughter moved hours away, so I don't know if she's even aware of what her uncle is doing right now. Now for the last story. Am I the a-hole if I don't want to give my parents pocket money? I'm 20 with 2 younger siblings who are currently still in high school and middle school. I also live in a third world country. The pandemic's hit us pretty hard, but we've been pretty close to being poor since I was 13 to 14 because my father messed around with gambling. My parents are divorced. My father, 45, is currently unemployed. My mother, 44, has remarried since, and she gets her money from her current husband, 54, who is working abroad. I have 2 half-brothers from her new marriage. I am the only one earning regular each month because I freelance and I still have clients. I earn on average $700 to $1,000 a month. Freelancing, never really certain with the amount. Lately, I've been the one who's paying for most of the bills. Rent, because we don't have a house and we can't qualify for a mortgage. My siblings and my own tuition fees, etc. When I have extra money, I get some things for my family if they ask for it, / been talking about it. Like a new phone for my younger sister because she's had hers for years and it's dying, a sewing machine for my mother, etc. They never cost more than $200. I'm only 20. This freelance thing isn't a lucrative career that will make me rich. I've been bordering poor almost half of my whole life until recently. Think, not homeless, but we have no car, no home, nothing to our name. We're always renting, moving, living on a day-to-day basis. We still don't have any assets right now. I want to enjoy my earnings too. While I'd love to give my parents some pocket money, am I really obligated to? My mother told me I should give some money to my father because he's not earning anything recently. Isn't it enough for me to help with some household bills? She made it sound as if it's the morally correct thing to do because I'm earning now, and I felt irritated. It's the guilt that's eating me even though I don't feel like I'm wrong. Is it selfish if I don't want to give pocket money to my parents? Am I the a-hole for feeling / thinking this way? Now for the top comments. Not the a-hole. You haven't given any reason why your dad can't work or try to be an adult. He needs to step up, take care of his gambling addiction, which is where his pocket money would wind up, and at least try to support himself. You're doing so much for your family. Please don't get guilted into doing more than you're comfortable with. And in the infamous words of Reddit, don't set yourself on fire to keep others warm. Don't get so caught up in taking care of adults who refuse to act like adults that you end up hurting yourself. If the mom keeps prying, say that you will, but you will stop paying the bills. Watch how fast she freaks out. Also, $700 to $1,000 a month isn't a ton. Enough to pay the bills and a little extra, but not much. Why can't the dad get a job? You're doing practically everything, paying for so much. Don't fall for this. They want to make you the one to be responsible for everything, so they don't have to do anything. Don't feel guilty. I suggest that you make plans on moving out. This feels like a toxic situation. Not the a-hole. Not the a-hole. You're already providing above and beyond, and your dad is currently dealing with the consequences of his own actions. I'm confused on this situation though. Are you living with your mom, sister, and step-siblings? And paying full rent even though your mom is receiving money from her husband? How is your mom financially contributing? And does your sister work? It's very confusing for me too. I'm currently living with my mother and siblings, but my father will be moving in with us too. Yeah, they're divorced. This sounds so fake, and honestly, I don't know anymore. None of my siblings are old enough to work where I live. There really is no part-time for teens or anything like that. The money my mother gets from her current husband goes to her 2 children with him mostly, and sometimes she buys groceries/food. Not the a-hole. You are covering rent and more. It's more your place than your mother's now since her husband is not providing. There is an issue there because you're supposed to building your own life, not supporting them. 3 months, Mom. I need to move out and make my own life. Best of luck. Best of luck with your own life too. Edit. Thank you so much for the answer and advice, everyone. I actually almost cried because I've been labeled as selfish a lot for not wanting to do something along with "I'm your family/I raised you, why can't you do this for us" thing that I've known to be manipulative, but I can't shake the guilt off. I'm trying to change my mindset and stop feeling guilty, plus stand up for myself a bit more. And that's the end of this video, folks. As always, leave a comment and hit like and subscribe. And if you want more of this content, turn your notification on to get updated on the latest videos. And I'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe.